Marie Laveau, Marie Laveau, Mary Laveau, oh my God, was a Virgo. And she was the Queen of New Orleans. The Queen Bee, the Queen Witch, the Queen Healer. She was a hoodoo/voodoo practitioner. And when she was buried in the cemetery, one of New Orleans' cemeteries, it was said that if you put 3 X's on her grave, she will fulfill your wish. And so the cemetery was constantly broken into, and her grave was, some say, desecrated by many, many, many X's of people who came to make a wish and hoped she will grant it. She will grant it. Many stories were told about her. Some of them, including a book that I won't mention the name of it because I don't want to honor it, was one that completely vilified her as evil, as they do to many powerful, beautiful healers, women throughout history. We know it's a tale as old as time. A woman can't be both good and loving and powerful and influential, because power is not associated with women. That is a very sexist non-association. Hence, if a woman is powerful, it must be from the devil. But she helped a lot of people. And I, my friends, my seekers, my seers, my existential shifters, am in New Orleans. This has been on my list for I don't know how long. I've always wanted to come here. I've been walking the streets of the French Quarter, 3 of Pentacles, in the past a little over, no, exactly 24 hours. And the magic here is dirty AF. And when I say dirty, I don't mean like just bad, but also raw and crazy and tumultuous and swirling. There are no straight lines, just circles and zigzags. And it is seemingly on the surface sometimes feel unsafe. It's not, it's not preserved like that. The streets, some of them are dirty, and there are homeless people, and there are scary stories, and people who just come to you and do this. Come be mine. I'll pass for today, but thanks. Uh, and yet, I've lived in dangerous neighborhoods, and I've been scared in my life. I feel no fear. Queen of Cups in the reverse. After the 3 of Pentacles in the upright. So the tourism and the stories begin to surround the French Quarter and close in on it in way of structure, of beautifying, of squaring it into something that everyone can swallow. But the magic will never go away, and neither will the ghosts. So what it will do over time is it will suppress it inside, push it to the dark alleys. The actual practitioners do their real thing behind the scenes, and on the surface it's like pretty shops and street tarot readers that tell you that you'll meet the love of your life. It's not New Orleans right now. I've been to a tarot reader with no teeth and dark eyeballs. I'm not kidding. She looked like she just came from around in hell. But she was very sweet. And she told me the truth that she saw. She didn't try to be polite or accommodating, not by a long shot, which is why I liked her. But I could tell, regardless of her in general, that something is coming. And now the cards are showing it to me in a more clear way. Construction is coming. Virgo, be careful because you're being constructed now. You're being molded. You're being sanded. You're being, what's the word? Like the process they do to a diamond, polished, pearled. You're going from raw magic, an absolute sincere intent to heal and to do good and tell the truth, to understanding that it's not the world you live in anymore, and it's dangerous for you, not from a place of like real danger, but societally, culturally, you have to learn how to polish your magic and your raw behavior and your good intents so they don't get misconstrued and used by others like they have. And there's danger in that of losing yourself. This is where you're right on the verge of being completely knowing how to present yourself in society, who to speak to about these things and who to not, and how. Please remember, it is a polished performance that you've learned how to wear for the sake of surviving and thriving in the world. But don't let it take away your magic, just like the French Quarter. There are polished aspects of it. There are fancy hotels, there are cleaner streets, there are tourist gift shops, but there are also little nooks of real voodoo stores. And there are also witches with broken teeth. They're not going anywhere. Neither does the story of serial killers Axeman. There's one like that here was. The story remains. Be like the French Quarter, Virgo. This is the message. Don't forget yourself in this process of accommodating this 3D existence that wants to be happy and survive and be accepted in the world. You know, accommodate that, but never let it overrun you, overtake you. I have respect for women and their power, but when I went yesterday into the streets at night and I saw a big sign saying cabaret, I was like, oh, I want to see a cabaret show. And I entered and it turned out to be a strip club. I didn't let polished me overtake me. I was like, no, spirit guided me here by mistake. And so I entered and I ordered a Bloody Mary and I watched the women dance. I didn't partake, but I needed the reminder of the worlds within the worlds, of the different forms of power that femininity has, and how it can sometimes be abused, even though it looks so pretty and they look so happy. But I looked at them. I really looked at them. Not like at their body, but I tried to see beyond the first layer of sexy, flashy energy that danced on the pole so beautifully. And I saw that they were somewhat of past witches that weren't allowed to use their power. So they went inevitably to that layer of power in order to succeed with it. And some of these women just took it with them into this lifetime, completely forgetting, because forgetting is less painful than, oh, I can't use this magic, or I can't be as powerful as I am. I have to go into this layer of type of power. No, they tell themselves that that is their only power and that they enjoy it. They'd rather forget than to know that they gave it away. But I wished I could tell them you didn't give it away by choice, you had to. It's very hard to superficially enjoy things, just a show, and not take it too much to heart. When you see, I had to leave because I'm like, okay, I can't lie to myself about the journey of the soul of these women and why in this lifetime or at this time they do this. But simultaneously, when I left, I was like, this was just another great reminder of how powerful I am and how I should never forget, and how I should keep up the pretense, the polished, not fake, it's a part of me, the polished, sweet behavior. But always remember how raw and dirty I am. Again, not surface level, but like my magic. Chaos, chaos magic. Virgo, this was done to you in a past lifetime. You can't take it with you into this one. The show that you're putting on, you got to know it's a show. You can't completely merge yourself into societal expectations in order to build a life. You can build a life, but in society, but the closest people to you, they need to see you for who and what you are. They need to accept you. You need to be able to have those conversations with them. You need to be able to talk about energy and magic and however it plays out to you. For me, I need to be able to talk to someone about vampires and ghosts and past lifetimes. If I can't do that, if I'll have to put on a show, this show, in front of the closest people to me, I will die. And you need to remember that, however it plays out, whatever you need to be able to talk about. Herbalism, that's earth magic, right? I'm just using fancy words to things that are very. Herbalism is the polished word for earth magic. You need to be able to say herbalism to the outer circles, but earth magic to your partner, to your best friend. It's important that you do that you remember that you don't give up yourself. The Queen of Cups in the reverse here, this is troubling to me. This is the stripper who only focuses on the fun part of dancing and forgot that she is lying to herself to survive because she doesn't remember her soul's journey. But damn, that Bloody Mary was so good. Apparently, I really love Bloody Marys. Bloody Mary Laveau. I'm going to visit her grave today. It's not really her grave. They moved her. It is the tomb, but they moved her body because people tried to steal her body. Knight of Wands. Here you are. Here's your freedom. That was me yesterday dancing in the streets. You do not understand the carnival here. And it's past Mardi Gras. And you know what? It looked like a festival to me. So if that was post Mardi Gras where people here are calm, just a reminder to freedom, Virgo. Just a side fun note, I got they bumped me into a fancier, cuter room. The room that I was in, that I booked, the standard room, was also very, very cute, but there was an issue there, and I went to the desk and talked to them about it, and they were so sweet, and they just gave me a bigger room. I didn't ask. I was like, oh, I thought, oh my God, so great, thank you. This is, see, the fact that my serendipity and magic is back here, and luck, and things that just fall into place. That just shows me the level of magic. I needed that. I needed this place to trigger it back in me. I was drowning in the polished expression of myself that I worked so hard to learn how to do and how to present. I did so well. I was such a good student and practitioner that I nearly thought that this was me. And that's why some of my power was suppressed and held back. I needed this place to trigger it back, to remind me. And absolutely, this is part of your reading. As I said, Marie Laveau was a Virgo. So fitting. Six of Pentacles. So now that your mojo is waking back up, as I just said, this is just concluding the past 30 seconds. Your luck is going to return from Three of Pentacles to Six of Pentacles. It is doubled. This is a reading for March. Pisces season across from you, and to every Virgo there is a Pisces. A Virgo that isn't tapped into their Piscean energy is a muggle Virgo that is just obsessed with details and doesn't see the big picture of things. So if you're cross watching for a Virgo that is non-magical and you're like, what is she talking about? My Virgo is like so petty and not like that. It's because they're not tapped into their Piscean energy of the infinite cosmos where anything can happen and there's no laws of physics. But a Virgo that understands the laws of this world, the Newtonian laws of physics, while knowing that there are layers of existence that can break all of it in other dimensions in which there are completely different laws of physics. But also understands, okay, a bird can fly, it exists, however, I don't have wings, so I need to learn how to behave within the 3D laws. If you know that, if you have that mutual understanding, the dual understanding, I'm sorry, that's a Virgo that has a Pisces in them. And this is Pisces season. So Virgos that are not tapped into the Pisces feel very uncomfortable in Pisces season because it will constantly push them to remember who they are and who they can be. And if they don't cooperate and resist, it's a very uncomfortable time for them. But a Virgo that understands all these Piscean notions, the Christ consciousness, or should I say Mary Magdalene's consciousness, but not in the reverse. Mary Magdalene was a witch. A Hebrew witch that was suppressed of being the true successor to Jesus. Was it Paul that did it? Fucker. She can't be Jesus' true successor. She's a woman. And that's what he did. If you're into Christianity, read the gospel that was suppressed and attempted to be hidden, and it was successful. Most people don't know about it. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene. She was a powerful healer and a witch. And she was turned into a alleged whore. Christians today still think that their mother, their true Christ successor, was just a whore. Remember that throughout history, the women that was pushed most into the alleys and the shadows were the most powerful, beautiful healer goddesses of time. That's why society and misogyny pushed them over there to be hidden there, because they were threatened by their power. Whenever you hear a story in history about something like that, always doubt it and always seek the other story, you know? But March, been talking about March for Virgo, please. Ooh, Ace of Wands peaked, but it stayed in. So let's see if it comes out. We do have Knight of Wands, who is Ace of Wands in the making. So a Knight of Wands is one action away from being an Ace of Wands. One yes, one question, one invitation. Too many cards. Show me more, please, for Virgos. Virgo archetype. And all seekers who resonates. All my witches and goddesses tuning in, and the men who want to love them properly and learn how to. Hello, thank you for being here. You are more of a man than any of them out there who try to find a weak woman because they associate femininity with weakness, because they are weak and they need someone weak next to them to feel manly. And then they find a weak woman, they say, oh, she's so feminine. And they feel strong about themselves when they are the weakest thing in the world. Dear boys, femininity isn't weakness or incompetence. Femininity, the nature of femininity, is an iron fist in a velvet glove. She is very feminine and very sweet and very, very deadly. And that is femininity. King of Swords, Lovers, the Magician. See, to the women out there who are into men, this is the kind of man you're starting to manifest and that you deserve by owning yourself fully. And if you are a male yourself, this is who you deserve to be. And this is where you'll find your utmost power. But you have to cut out the aspects of you that want to growl to society and pretend to be someone that seems strong but actually isn't. Do not misconstrue into thinking, if you are a man, that I am encouraging you to being a passive man and calling it a man. You don't have to be passive and docile to honor powerful woman. And a powerful woman doesn't automatically mean someone who's assertive and chases you. That's not what I'm talking about when I mean power. Receptivity and lore is powerful. And that is part of feminine power. Knowing how to call things in energetically and waiting and letting them come to you, right? Like a flower with bees. So if you're a docile, passive man listening to me like, yes, I'm actually a man. No, no, no. That is societal conformity to modern ideology bullshit. You can be assertive and strong and manly while honoring powerful women and loving it. It's not power and weakness coming together. It's power and power, just two forms of how they play out, the yin and yang of power. Lovers and magician, it's like really, really knowing how to perform magic. And I'm not talking about spells and incantations. Those have their room, they're beautiful, but I'm not talking about that kind of magic. I'm talking about soul magic, the kind that speaks to the ether and the divine and the cosmos and knows how to work with their brain, with their mind, right? Their how to handle their thought process and decision makings and words to perform natural magic, the kind that works with the elements. See, when you truly allow yourself to be who you are and you get to know yourself and you learn how to convey with the world, with society, and with the universe, right? It's a holy trinity. Know the self, know the society, know the cosmos, the divine, and the conversation with each of them. It's a language. And if you master these languages and you create one language that understands it all and it all understands it, that's when you're the magician, the actual one. Not the kind that I want to be with this person, I want to be with this person. No, 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 no. That's weak. The kind that I know who I am, hence the person that is perfect for me will find me. That. If you're a stripper in the French Quarter, get out and learn how to combine the polished societal expression that you have in the world and your true magic. Wake up. If you are a CEO at a company and you know it's not you, it's just an example. Get out and learn how to combine the polished societal expression of you and your power, right? Because you both come, these two examples come from this one went all into the society, this one went all into the dark alleys. You both need to come out and connect, right? You both have both aspects within you. I'm getting lost a little bit in this energy, so I'm pulling back so I could be more um, concise with my messages. Okay. 4 of Wands in the reverse. By the way, I was reminded there's a reason why Virgo is both Virgin Mary and the whore. The archetype, right? Virgos can be very prude-like, but they can be very slutty. They say, I don't know if it's true and who actually did that survey, but they say that many, many, many strippers and whores are Virgos. It's because Virgo is actually a very highly feminine, sensual sign. But because society today doesn't understand how to honor feminine sensuality without um, perceiving it as dirty, It's like they're pushed into those areas. There's no real area in society where women with powerful femininity that is also very sensual to express themselves in a way that isn't, you know, okay, you're a slut. It's I don't know how to explain it. And then the thing is, their sensuality is pure at heart. It's connection to divine and source and love, but there's no room in society to like have it be both, right? A big part of historical misogyny is forcing women to split into either this or the other, right? Either you are the mother or the whore. You're either the wife or the mistress. You're either light based or you're shadow based. It's like, right? You're either good or you're powerful. You can't be both, never both. But women by nature are actually an integration of both. We were forced into being this or the other, and men, that's a tragedy. Men are like, is she this or is she that? They always try to place us in a box. Is she that one or is she that one? What is she to me? That's why men can't handle me. They don't know in which box to place me, right? But you're not supposed to place me in one of those boxes. You're not supposed to place any woman in one of those boxes. And women are not supposed to put themselves in one of those boxes. And Virgo, you're like the ultimate archetype for it. You're like where we see that split most. So if Virgo women start integrating themselves and forcing others to see them as this integrative existence as opposed to this or that, it will create a lot of healing in society, and especially in relationships between men and women. This Four of Wands in the reverse here, you're gonna have to, and maybe this reading is will be the catalyst, but you're going to have to break down a lot of aspects of a lot of your relationships, and a lot of aspects of how you convey yourself in society, because I feel like some of you have based a lot of those in your life on that split. You're this or you're that. You have to suppress this part of you to connect to this, or you have to suppress this part of you to connect to that. And all of this will have to fall to the sidelines because you're going to work on becoming this integrated self. And nothing currently for some of you, most things in your life, they just don't fit that. They won't know how to handle you. They won't be in resonance because they're only in resonance with one aspect of you. And neither will do. And outer circles, yes, you can pretend to be this for this outer circle. And you can not pretend, but focus on that part of you to be this part of this circle. But your closest people, your tribe, they got to know you as this integrated self. So March might be, where you are in absolute tapping into so much power. You feel so empowered in the world, and yet a lot crumbles. And old you might be sad, would have been sad, but integrated, empowered, revived you is going to be like, I feel great. I don't even miss them. I don't fucking care. I just wanted you to see the angels. I really love the hotel that I'm in. I will not tell you which one, but it's just the charm here, and it's so old, but it's so beautiful. It's like I can't even. I do post a little bit of some stories from my travel here on my Instagram, but the she who runs with the wolves. I have two Instagrams. One is the existential shift, and one is she who runs with the wolves. I might do an actual video for my existential shift viewers, but I will post it not here. I will post it on our sister channel on YouTube, On Board the Shift. If you're not familiar, there is also On Board the Shift. It's an extension of the existential shift where I put videos that I really want to convey to you, but they don't really fit, the this channel exactly. So yeah, so check out on Board the Shift if you're not familiar as well. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe here. And if you want to see personal life slash New Orleans shenanigans, go to She Who Runs with the Wolves. Uh, Check out both Instagrams because I sometimes don't really align with the systematic intent that I have with the different profiles. Like sometimes I confuse the things and post here instead of there, what I was going to post there instead of there. So just if you're about my life, hey, thanks. Check out these platforms. Oh my God, it's a long reading, huh? That's okay. Anything else for March for Virgo? Holy shit. Okay. Two of Wands, Ten of Cups, the Hermit, Three of Cups, and Nine of Wands. So this is the wise ancient you versus the crazy celebratory out of the box you, and you trying to hold on and understand the two aspects of you, and someone outside of you trying to figure out who you are because they have feelings for you and they want to learn you, they want to understand you, they want to get to know who you are. But one moment you show yourself as this wise ancient guru, and the next you're like dancing drunk in the street. So they're going to have to learn that you're both, but they will never succeed unless you learn that you're both. And don't get confused by yourself and just hone it, because there's a potential here for a very loving situation. Like if you're in a relationship that only honors a part of you and doesn't know you fully, it's going to break down. And the next thing, or if you're alone, the very close coming thing is someone that is trying to genuinely get to know you as yourself. They're supposed to, but you got to be yourself for them to understand who that self is. um, so just don't hold back on who you are in front. Do so again, outer circles in accordance to what is needed, but close. If you meet someone and you want some, if you're looking for something real, like true, you got to show yourself fully. You got to be yourself. Otherwise, if they don't know you and they're only into one aspect of you, they'll one day something else will come out of you, and they're like, "Who are you? I didn't sign up for this. What is going on?" And it's like, "Well, this is who I am. Don't you love me for who I am?" "Well, you never showed me who you are. I didn't know this." And they'll be right. You won't be able to blame them. So learn yourself all the rainbow so you can find someone who loves you for yourself, all that rainbow. Celebrate yourself. Stop denying yourself. Just celebrate yourself on all forms and know that it doesn't contradict the spiritual wise, you know, hermit in you. Seven days free trial on Patreon. Check it out. Link is below. There's a lot of magic there. Um, there was something else I wanted to say. I don't know. You'll find out, whatever it is, if you're meant to find out. You know what? Read the description box below. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Um, this reading on YouTube obviously is for free. It's for you. However, if you feel inclined to purchase this reading that we just had, the recommended donation amount is $7.77. You can put any amount or you can put none at all. The links to how you can do so, the PayPal, Venmo, etc., are below in the description box. You can also use the super thanks on YouTube, which is below this video. If you don't see super thanks below this video, press the dot, 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 the three dots, and it will open a list of possibilities. One of them will be the super thanks. Okay. So if you want to purchase this reading, I humbly accept and thank you. 777 is my recommended donation, but it's completely up to you. And if not, I adore you anyway. And thank you for being here. You can simply subscribe, press the like button, and comment. That is also a great way to support. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you.